In this video, we're going to go over how to use the forum feature on Moodle. A forum is a great opportunity for you to create an asynchronous discussion with your students. It allows you to open up the forum for them to talk about certain topics, and they can also discuss things with each other as well. To start, we're going to turn our editing button on in the upper right-hand corner, and we're going to find where we would like the forum to show up. So I'm going to have it show up in week 1. I'm going to add an activity or resource, and I'm going to search for where it says forum. Once you click inside the forum, you're going to be asked to give some general information. So the first is going to be the forum name, so I'm going to put that here. And then in the description section, you're going to write what you would like to have this conversation about. My question is, what is your favorite feature that is new to Moodle 4.0? And I can leave that here. I can put a link to whatever I want, but I'm just going to leave the question. And then we're going to choose our forum type. So the two we're going to talk about is the standard forum for general use, and we're also going to talk about a single simple discussion. There are other forums here that you can look at on your own time if you like, and if you click on the little blue question mark, it'll tell you what each one of those forums does. The first one we're going to do is the default, which is the standard forum. I have my question here, and then there is some parameters here that you can check out. So your availability, when would you like this to be due? Is there a cutoff date? If you want to allow attachments, what the maximum attachment size is, what is the max number you will allow? Do you want it to display the word count? Subscription and tracking. Now this one, what I'd like to do is click on this little blue question mark because it's going to explain subscription mode. And pretty much what that means is whether or not somebody will be notified that there's been a change in the forum. So if you click on the little question mark, it'll tell you what each one of them does. The optional subscription allows participants to choose whether or not they want to be subscribed. For subscription means they don't have a choice. They can't unsubscribe. Auto subscription is everyone is subscribed initially but can choose to unsubscribe at any time, or if you want to disable the subscription, and subscriptions will not be sent to email or anything. So I'm going to choose to disable the subscription for now, but you can choose whatever makes the most sense to you. You also have a few other options here like discussion locking and post threshold for blocking if you choose to use either one of those features. If you want to grade the forum, you can expand this menu here and choose the type of grade that you would like to use. If it's a point grade, you would select point and give the maximum grade. If you've already set up your grade book, you could enter it into the category that you have. For now, it can be uncategorized. You can always add it later if you wish. And if you'd like to set a grade to pass, you can as well. You also have restrict access and activity completion here. So if you would like to set those parameters for this particular item, you can do that here. Once you're done, you're going to click Save and Return to Course, and that's going to be the first forum. Now I want to create the other forum so that way you could see what it looks like, and then we'll compare the two. So we're going to go through the same process. Our editing mode is already on, so we're just going to click Add an Activity or Resource, and we're going to go ahead and add our forum, and we're just going to name it the same name. In the description, I'm going to write what my question is. And then for the forum type, I'm going to choose the single simple discussion. A lot of these settings are pretty much the exact same thing. You can do all the same things. I just want to disable the subscription. And we're going to go ahead and save and return to course. So now we have both of our forums here. Our first one is the standard forum. So that's the first one here, and what you'll see is basically each student gets their own space in which to create a topic. So they can add a discussion topic and they can write their answers in there. So if they were to say, I'm just going to paste here in the message what my answer would be. So I wrote my favorite new Moodle feature is the course index. And then if I want to add any images or anything that go along with that, I can click advanced, and that will allow me to add an attachment if I wish. And then we're going to click post to forum. Then you can see who the conversation was started by, how many replies it has, and what the topic title is. Now, if we go to our other forum that we created, which is our single simple discussion, we have the second example here. We can see that there are no discussion. There's only one discussion here. And the way that students would respond is they would find the conversation that's there, click on reply, and then give their answer. So I'm going to put my same answer in here. And if I have the same advanced features here, if I want to use them by clicking advanced, and then you can put all that same attachment information if you want. And then you're going to click Post to Forum. And then you have your answer here. So you can see the difference between the two. The first, default, allows you to create a discussion topic. Everybody has their own section, and people can click into those discussion topics and reply the same way we did here. The second one doesn't allow for you to create separate discussions. There's only one single discussion, and you can then view those replies in however you wish. So this is in nested form, but you can choose whatever way you want to view those. So both of these forum types are great examples. It really just depends on what your needs are when you're using this particular activity. Forum is a really great way for you to start a conversation with your students, and it just allows you to have a different way of them interacting on your class.